In this first video of the course, we will introduce you to the world of data protection and the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR). In today's digital age, personal data is collected, shared, and stored more than ever before, making privacy and data rights critical for individuals and organizations alike. So, let's dive in and explore why GDPR matters and how it helps protect personal data in an increasingly connected world. The General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, is a landmark privacy law introduced by the European Union. It was designed to give individuals greater control over their personal data while placing strict obligations on organizations that collect, process, and store this information. Data is a valuable asset, and GDPR ensures that personal data is handled responsibly. Although it is an EU regulation, its impact extends far beyond European borders. Any company that processes the data of EU citizens must comply. In this module, we will explore why GDPR matters, its scope, and what it means for businesses and individuals alike. Understanding these key aspects is essential for ensuring compliance and safeguarding privacy in an increasingly data-driven world. The General Data Protection Regulation was introduced to respond to the growing challenges of the digital age. It was formally adopted by the European Union on April 14, 2016, and became enforceable on May 25, 2018, replacing the 1995 Data Protection Directive. The original directive was established when the Internet was in its early stages, and data processing was relatively limited. However, with the rise of digital platforms, cloud computing, and global data sharing, a more robust and modern data protection framework became essential. The GDPR aims to give individuals greater control over their personal data while ensuring that organizations handling such data remain transparent, accountable, and responsible. It has since become a global benchmark for data privacy laws. Unlike directives, which require individual member states to transpose them into national laws, the GDPR is a regulation. This means it applies directly across all EU member states, ensuring a uniform and harmonized approach to data protection. The regulation protects all individuals residing in the EU, safeguarding their personal data. But what counts as personal data? GDPR defines personal data as any information that can identify a living person. This includes basic details like names and contact information, but also extends to more sensitive data, such as biometric records, health details, and financial information. Furthermore, in today's digital world, GDPR recognizes IP addresses and online identifiers as personal data, reinforcing privacy protections in an era of widespread Internet use. Article 1 of the GDPR sets out its core purpose: to establish clear rules for the protection of personal data while ensuring its free movement within the European Union. The regulation safeguards the fundamental rights and freedoms of individuals, particularly their right to data privacy. This means that organizations must handle personal data responsibly, respecting privacy while ensuring compliance with GDPR requirements. At the same time, GDPR ensures that personal data can flow freely within the EU, preventing unnecessary restrictions on data movement due to privacy concerns. This balance between protection and accessibility is a key principle of GDPR, reinforcing both security and economic efficiency in a digital-driven world. The primary purpose of the GDPR is to safeguard individuals' personal data and privacy. It was introduced to harmonize data protection laws across the European Union, ensuring a unified approach to data privacy. One of GDPR's key objectives is to give individuals greater control over how their personal data is collected, used, and shared. It sets fundamental principles for organizations handling personal data, such as collecting information only for legitimate purposes, ensuring data is accurate, and taking the necessary security measures to prevent unauthorized access. By reinforcing these principles, the GDPR aims to create a fair, transparent, and secure data protection framework that benefits both individuals and organizations. The GDPR's scope is extensive, applying not only to businesses based in the EU, but also to organizations outside the EU that offer goods or services to EU residents or monitor their behavior. This extraterritorial reach ensures that data protection standards remain consistent and enforceable worldwide. To achieve its purpose, the GDPR enforces key requirements that all organizations must follow. These include data minimization, meaning only collecting necessary information; informed consent, ensuring individuals agree to data processing; and security and transparency, requiring organizations to protect data and clearly communicate how it will be used. Additionally, GDPR grants individuals powerful data subject rights, allowing them to access, modify, delete, or transfer their personal data. These regulations ensure that personal data is handled in a fair, transparent, and secure manner. GDPR is more than just a legal requirement, it is also a business opportunity. By complying with GDPR, organizations can enhance customer trust, improve data security, and reduce the risks associated with data breaches. Non-compliance, however, comes with significant financial and reputational risks. Companies can face fines of up to €20 million or 4% of their global annual turnover, whichever is higher. Beyond financial penalties, businesses risk losing customer confidence, as data privacy is becoming an increasingly important factor in consumer decisions. However, businesses that embrace GDPR principles stand to gain. Robust data protection policies help minimize security risks, improve transparency, and provide a competitive edge, as consumers are more likely to engage with organizations that prioritize privacy and responsible data management. GDPR is designed to empower individuals, giving them more control over how their personal data is collected, stored, and used. Under GDPR, individuals have the right to access their data, request corrections, object to data processing, and even have their data erased in certain circumstances. These rights ensure that personal data is not misused or shared without consent. The regulation also enhances transparency, requiring organizations to clearly explain how personal data is used, who it is shared with, and how long it will be stored. In the event of a data breach, organizations must notify affected individuals without undue delay, allowing them to take steps to protect their personal information. For individuals, GDPR provides a new level of privacy protection and control, ensuring their personal data is handled fairly and securely. Let's look at a real-world scenario to understand GDPR's impact. Imagine a retail company called ShopSmart that operates both inside and outside the EU. Like many businesses, it collects customer data for processing orders and marketing. One day, a data breach exposes customer names and payment details. Under GDPR, ShopSmart must immediately notify affected individuals, explaining what data was compromised and the steps taken to resolve the issue. As a result, ShopSmart faces a €2 million fine and loses customer trust, with some customers moving to competitors. To rebuild its reputation, the company strengthens its security measures and data policies. For individuals like Maria, one of the affected customers, GDPR ensures she is promptly informed of the breach, allowing her to take action to protect her data. She also has the right to request data erasure if she no longer wants her details stored. Ultimately, GDPR benefits both businesses and individuals by fostering a culture of privacy, security, and accountability, helping businesses mitigate risks and build trust, while ensuring individuals have more control over their personal information in today's digital world.